Hello, friends, and welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures from right here in the posh Impact Power Sports studio. Impact Power Sports online at impactpowersportsmi.com. I just saw the good folks over there and said hello to them. If you're in the market for something fun with an engine, ATV, UTV, motorcycle, scooter, go-kart, Yamaha golf cart, they have it at Impact Power Sports. ImpactPowersportsMI.com for you. And they're in Rockford, Michigan. Go visit them if you are in the West Michigan area. Okay. Now, if you're watching this, and like if you're listening to the audio podcast later, that's totally fine, of course. But if you're watching it, you're like, something's weird about EZ. What's going on with him? And I was in the sun a little bit yesterday, and I look, right now it's as if I had on a pair of like somebody spray painted my face, and I had something over like my eyes. So much sun. It felt great too. Now, Armenians are unique because we're hardy in the mountainous, cold regions of the Caucasus mountain ranges. But we love the sun. We get dark. All right? And we don't burn that easily. So I was in the sun, directly in the sun, for 4 hours nonstop yesterday at Locks for Rock 6. At King's Room Barbershop, Northland Drive. And I didn't even... Okey Pokey says, who is this Red Hulk-looking motherfucker? Yeah, no kidding. My face got the most of it. The sun was just beaming down on this fantastic day. It was great. I had a ball. I had so much fun. Ben Glaze says, you look like you have vitiligo. I witnessed something great yesterday, and it caught everybody at Locks for Rock by surprise. Molly says, sunscreen, hopefully. I didn't put a drop of sunscreen on. I probably should have. You're right. We had 3 acts that were performing at Locks for Rock, raising money for Molly's Wigs for Kids, Michigan. Teddy Brewer opened up, singer-songwriter, acoustic. Next band showed up was the Robin Eller Band. That's not the name of the band, but I gave the band the name. Jason Eller, who is behind Locks for Rock, raising funds and donating hair for little ones being treated for cancer and they lose their hair, or perhaps they have alopecia. So we're doing that, and this is their charitable event, teamed up with King's Room Barbershop. Well, Jason and Robin, the husband-wife tandem, they play together, and they had a couple other artists that were with them. They form a band. I don't even know the name of the damn band. I think it's just called the Jason Eller Band, but I called them the Robin Eller Band, and they were great. And then the final act, I, believe it or not, wasn't aware of. I mean, I think I had publicized it once or twice, but these things go in one ear and out the other for me. But as the Jason Eller Band is playing at King's Room Northland Drive, I noticed a lot of young people walking up with guitar cases. And when I say young, I mean teens. Like, what's going on? And it didn't really register with me. And then it dawned on me because one of the vendors that were there in the parking lot was an organization called School of Rock. Now, I had seen them in the parking lot a few times, and I was walking through, and I didn't know what it was. What is this? The only thing I know of, and there was like, you could get information there, and you could play, and I was like, what is School of Rock? All I know is there was a Jack Black movie that was pretty cool. Well, somebody got the bright idea at the time of the movie to actually do a School of Rock, just like the film. And you have music teachers teach kids how to play in rock bands. Becca Shea says, I just saw their building over the weekend. They are on Burton near Breton. Correct. And so I still don't, it hasn't like dawned on me yet what's happening. So I walk over behind the stage because I have to introduce them, and I usually talk to the artist just for 90 seconds to get an idea of what I want to talk about when I introduce them, and it's usually very brief. Hey, what am I promoting? What can I say about you guys? And then I'm surrounded by kids. And so, yeah, something. That's what's going on. And they start to explain what's going on, and then this one person jumps in who's an adult. Her name is Lydia, and she says, she gives me more information. And then I get the lowdown as to what is happening. So parents sign their kids up for this school to learn how to be in a rock band. Now, I guess you can have no experience or you can already be great at what you do. One way or another, you're going to learn a lot of intricate things about being in a band. And, you know, from a musical standpoint, this is outstanding, and it seemed like a lot of fun. And everybody, all these young people were like pals with each other. So I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool. All right, I get it. And one of the things I noticed that these are all like kids that actually play instruments. All right, rock band stuff. Bass, guitars, drums, singing, keyboards. I caught their set list, and they're all rock songs. They're doing covers, but what the hell, you know? And I can't tell you how blown away I was and everybody there. It wasn't like, oh, good job for a kid. It was like, great band. Oh, my God. And they are known as the School of Rock House Band. And they play at places like, in fact, the Acrisure Amphitheater when they had their opening day, like Gunner and the Grizzly Boys played there. Remember I mentioned that? The School of Rock House Band played there. And so you'll get like band members on a stage. They'll play a song. A couple will step off. A couple more of the kids come on and just crush it. You got to see this. And they play at places like the Pyramid Scheme. And the reason why they got involved with Locks for Rock was Jason Eller, who I mentioned to you earlier. This is his event. He saw a School of Rock at the Pyramid Scheme, and then that he reached out to them and made friends and then got them booked to do this show. So moms and dads send their cool kids for a course and at School of Rock, and you can sign up for however many weeks, and it costs you a certain amount of money, and they're going to teach your kids how to play. They're going to make friends. It's fucking great is what it is. And I was just so stoked. And so the music that they were playing was, I mean, they played this great song by Stevie Wonder called I Wish, which I've always loved that song. And I have, well, actually, I didn't shoot any video, but there were several people that did shoot video, and then they posted it. And I don't want to show you any of that because, well, first of all, these are kids. And so you never know. Like moms and dads might not like that, so I don't want to do any of that. Anything that I would show you, I would show it via their own Facebook page, just to give you an idea of what's happening here. But yeah, I just could not say enough about it. In fact, I was going to start the show talking about the skydiving, but this was so much more in my brain. I mean, I'll get to the skydiving, but I'm gonna keep an eye on School of Rock, and we have to go take a show field trip and see them perform. You're gonna love this, man. It is so freaking cool to see this all happen. I went to the School of Rock Facebook page, and these are like some photos of them at the Acrisure show. And all these kids are amazing, amazing musicians. And they're kids. They are total kids. It's not even close. This guy right here, he's a little fellow, just shreds. They all shred. This kid right here, he was trading licks with another dude named Thaddeus on the Stevie Ray Vaughan song Pride and Joy. And this kid was singing and doing trading solo parts with this other dude, Thaddeus, who plays a Eddie Van Halen Frankenstrat guitar. This dude with the flying V just crushing it. This kid is his name Kit. Really nice kid. They're all just awesome. I met a few. I met that one, and I didn't meet any of the other ones. But I'm telling you, man, I can't say enough about this. Just trying to see if they have any video posted. They're all very, very short clips. All right, that was short. I don't know if we're going to get many performances of them on stage, but trust me. If you have like a kid that's musically inclined, you definitely got to check these folks out. They do an amazing job. So the people that run the school are adults, music teachers, whatnot. And, man, it was freaking great. All right. And, fun time at King's Room Barbershop. Becca Shea says the Greystones are a kid band, and they are good, too. Man Bun Chris is here. He says, shoot, I forgot it was Skydive Day. Good news. I have a video of everything that happened that I'm going to share with you right now. So when you go there, before I get into the video, it's myself, Kevin Kuipers, Matt Kuipers, his brother, Ryan Leister, and Nate. Nate came all the way from Wisconsin. So good to meet him in person. He's been a listener for years. We're walking up, and Leister, there's some dude that was in a wheelchair. Just happened to be hanging out. Friend of the crew or whatever at Skydive Grand Haven. and Leister goes, oh, that's comforting. When he sees wheelchair dude. And then I didn't say anything. I laughed. And then later on, he's such a sweet soul. He got like worried. He goes, yeah, I don't know if that was a good idea for me to say. I go, what? Don't fucking wimp out on a joke, idiot. No, it was great. Nate says, I sat next to Eric on the plane. We were touching knees. It was a tight squeeze in there. Scott says, I just had Kuiper Tree Care out this morning. So, different Kuipers. Kuiper Tree Care and the Kuipers brothers on this show. Kuipers is like a unbelievably common name around here. You got Kuiper Tree Care, Ben Kuiper. You got the Kuipers brothers. They're here. You got my neighbor, the Hallelujahs. They're the Kuipers. And then Tim Kuiper and Chris Kuiper, father of Zeke. It's like Smith around here. So we walk up, and it's a great place. I mean, you go there and everybody, it's kind of like you're hanging out with a bunch of hippies. Like if you've ever gone white water rafting before, the types of souls who will be the guides on the boat, that as you're doing your white water river adventure, that's what the pros who are tandeming down reminded me of those dudes. And you go in there into the hangar at the Grand Haven Airport, and they're packing their chutes, getting ready to go, anticipating what is about to happen. There had been some concern about weather, but weather was outstanding. Kevin Kuipers is here. He says, yeah, it's right. The people that jump out of planes are just like the ones that strap on you for the parachuting, or for the ones that jump out are just like the river raft people. They just have that type of personalities, it seems. We're doing an 8,000-foot jump. That is the lowest jump you can jump. And the free falling was maybe 15 seconds. I can tell you this. I wasn't the least bit scared during anything. However, there was a moment in time when I nudged my body to the side of the plane to fall out of it. And I had seen, we were the second to last ones to go. I think Nate was the last one to go. And so when you see you're gaining altitude and all of a sudden the red light goes on, that means we're at the altitude we need to be. And as soon as that light turns green, people start falling out of the plane. And the light went green, and sure enough, this dude who was he's one of the instructors, not skydiving with anybody, just alone, solo, he goes out. And when you see him fly out, I was like, oh, my God, fucking shit. And then everybody, Kuipers gets up there. He's gone. And it gets to be my turn, and I'm at the edge of the plane. And he goes, 1, 2. And then you have to, like, arch your back and look up. And I'm holding on like this. I'm crossing my arms. And then at some point, he's going to tap me on my shoulders. Then he wants me to put my arms out. And you'll see it in the video. But that moment, when you're looking down and all the wind, and you fall out of the plane, I had a look of terror. I feel I had a look of terror on my face. And then when the chute pops, it jerks you up quite a bit, slows you down dramatically, and I can see the other guys who their chutes are open, and it was just it's tough to use words to quantify how great it was. It's very difficult. But I can say that is, in my 55 years, nearly 56 years, that is the most exhilarating, exciting thing by far that I have ever experienced in my entire life. There is no, the only way to up the bar would be to go higher, and you can go up to like 14,000 feet. So right away, Tony from Skydive Grand Haven, he's like, yeah, I want you to get licensed. I want you jumping on your own. And I'm like, oh boy. Now I can't say for sure if that's in the cards for me. Because I know my limits. I think if I ever were to do this regularly, I would prefer someone doing it for me. I'd rather just experience it rather than do it myself. Because knowing me, I would do something wrong, and I don't know. It's kind of like when you hear about, for me, when I hear about somebody who's been a pilot or becomes a pilot, and then they John Denver it or something like that. All right. Now, I have not watched this video. I saw a little preview of it, but it didn't really do it any justice. So I have some idea as to what is about to happen here. But this will give you an idea of what's happening. Here we go.
Eric, welcome to Skydive Grand Haven. How are you?
God, I'm very well. How are you?
You're just fine.
I'm glad to be having your guidance and support. By the way, wearing the Midwest United gear. I'm excited.
You're excited I'm going to push you out of the airplane, right?
I'm very excited. I'm very excited. There's Nate in the background. That's Nate from Wisconsin.
Well, you're geared up and ready. Do you have any questions?
Sir. I have no questions for you, my friend.
Right, let's go board.
I look like I weigh 350. That's the inside of the plane, obviously, for those listening to the audio podcast. Strapped to Scott there. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Hang on. This is... Oh, shit. This is getting our... the door. We're now inching forward, getting ready to go off of this plane. Nick has made numerous gay jokes, including Easy's favorite part was being strapped to another man, and that dude has Eric mounted perfectly. There I am on the edge. Cross my arms, look up, and then 1, 2. Now we're out of the plane. He's going to tap me on the shoulder, put my arms up. That first chute there, that just slows you down a little bit, so that when he rips the big chute, it won't hurt you or won't jar you. Holy fuck. That is ridiculous. That's the first time I've ever seen that. What an asshole. So by the way, he's these straps here that he has, he ends up letting me steer the thing, which that was a trip. Because you just if I wanted to turn right.
All right. You see our airport?
Yeah, no.
Right there.
Okay, yeah, of course.
Okay, keep us headed toward that. Direction?
You guys have got to do this.
Back on the ground, Eric. Did you have fun?
Friends for life. Thank you. You did so awesome, Scott. That was great.
Nice
My man.
You did a great job.
Thank
yourself.
you. What are you waiting for? You've got to do that. Brancho says, even in midair, the hair remains perfect. Amy says, were you wearing skydiving Crocs? No. Red Bull Brain Chris says, kind of surprised, no helmets. No, I had my Adidas on. Starwolf says, easy as a werewolf of London. I don't get that. Was there a skydive reference in the song Werewolves of London? Megan with the question, what is a helmet going to do when you're falling out of the sky? You know, I don't know, but I know that Tony or Scott there, he had a helmet on. Oh, okay, Starman says the line his hair was perfect. That's right, from Werewolves of London. I should have figured that one out. I'm so sorry. I'm embarrassed. My God. So as you're coming down towards the earth, he tells you to put your feet up. His feet touch, and then you put your feet down. Sometimes you land on your butt. I landed on my butt, but that was it. It was it's tough to put into words how amazing it was. Bread Bowl Brain Chris says, yeah, you wear helmets to keep heads knocking with the other dude's head. Yeah, I guess that does make sense. We were very, very far apart, though. I can't say enough about that. So we're going to have to do that again. And just when you're that high up, and that, like I said, that was the lowest jump you can do. When you're looking down at Lake Michigan and when you first jump out of the plane, how quickly you're up to speed. So within a second, you're up to 120 miles an hour. So imagine experiencing that type of acceleration. Okay? It's like nothing. It's like the hand of God is just smashing you down into the ground. And you see, like in that short 15-second free fall, how much distance you cover and how quickly the ground gets big. And then, thank God, that chute opens. Man Bun Chris says, my heart would be racing. I can't believe you haven't commented yet, Man Bun Chris, on the fact that I was wearing my Midwest United gear. Maureen says I'd be puking all the way down. Kuiper says I can't wait to jump from 14,000. Yeah, we got to do that. We got to jump from 14,000 feet. Let's plan it. It's going to feel like we're in outer space after that first jump. So great. So awesome all the way around. Thanks to Skydive Grand Haven. Really appreciating them for all that stuff. My son writes, how scary was it? Yeah, again, it wasn't much more than the initial fall out of the plane. Then I had a little bit of fear crept across my heart, but not too much, not too bad. This is going to be a little bit of a screwy week. There will not be Friday podcasting, but we are doing a Big Fraud Thursday with Ben Glaze, and that is going to be show number 101 for Who Are These Free Beers and the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. That'll be a Thursday edition of those shows, and then I will make the audio available on Friday. And then on Friday after the radio show, I'm going to be heading up north for a getaway weekend with the dogs to Fear Bunker North to pick up some sticks and maybe attempt to repair my TV antenna. One of you, I think it was one of the folks in the mass Zaniac Exodus, the great Zaniac Exodus from a number of years ago, said that the antenna, the TV antenna that I put up for over-the-air TV was going to break with the wind one day, and it did. Just not nearly as durable as it needed to be. But he actually said that the pole was going to fall down. The pole did not fall down, but the antenna for my TV, which I constructed and put up there, the wind was so strong it ripped the fucking thing down, so I got to put a new one up there. Over-the-air TV is like new technology for these hill jacks up there. I got the power turned back on after the last time I was up there. I got all the way up there and realized I hadn't paid the bill in months, so they shut it all down, fuckers. My bad. But, yeah, be going up there. Starman is here. He says, I jumped once. When the chute opened, the harness came up and crushed my left jewel. Had to stand on the guy's foot to readjust it. Then it was a nice, Oh, yeah, because that harness rides right up your leg. Yeah, you could have smashed it beyond belief. Nick says, I honestly didn't know TV stations still broadcasted over the air. Well, it is digital. So you have to have a digital antenna. So it's like, you know how before when it was analog, it would be fuzzy and shit like that? I don't even know if you can remember that far back. You're very young. Since it's all HD and digital, you get it or you don't. But this antenna that I have, I put it up about 25 feet up. So I get stations from fucking everywhere. Cole says, I think with the digital over-the-air antennas, you get about 30 stations now. Yeah, you really do. In fact, it's not a bad deal if you're like a cord cutter. You can get quite a bit of TV with an antenna and really not miss anything, in my opinion. Cole says, I'm working next to the Air Force Academy right now all day long, planefuls of cadets jumping 20 or so at a time. Cool to watch. No way I'd ever do it. Dude, if I can do this, you can do this. What? I think that if you work up the energy to do that, work up the nerve to do that, I think you're going to be like, why the hell was I ever, don't be a Nancy asshole, okay? Just do it. Quit fucking letting your brain get in the way of something cool and do it. You know, I don't want to be the guy to say skydiving is not for everybody. No, skydiving is for everybody. It is for everybody. Now, Pooh Bear, she gets scared when she's on, like, the cargo net at the jungle gym. We took her ziplining when we were in Honduras. And she made everybody miserable because she was screaming the whole time. And she couldn't do it. You're all harnessed in. You just ride the fucking zip all the way over the canopy. It's incredible. She wouldn't even do that. So the guy had to strap himself to her. And he had the worst BO on the planet. So she says, nope, I'm not doing that. But I wish she would, just to experience it. But if she went up, I would recommend she not be on a plane with anybody else because she's going to have a heart attack screaming. Well, not a heart attack, but she's going to scream so much she's going to make things uneasy for people that are on the plane. All right. Before I continue, thanks to the folks who are on Facebook and YouTube for being here. I am going to send you on your way. But I want you to head over to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live if you want my show, the rest of this show as it happens. Mondays are two-parters on the live stream because I have my workplace staff meeting at the radio station that I have to do in about 25 minutes. But head over to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live if you want the full show. The audio is available wherever you download shows. That's the audio of what I'm doing right now. That is also released in two parts. Please support the sponsors that help make this show possible. And I have a second platform, Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. And I put a second round of content up every single day there. And that's also where we do Big Fraud Thursday with Ben Glaze, the Lost Zane recordings, and something to listen to while I'm away, which is old shows from yesteryear. All at patreon.com/Eric Zane, and you can get it for 7 days free with a 7-day trial. Otherwise, it's $5 a month for audio, $10 a month audio, video, live streams. If you pay for one full year, I'll take 10% off for both of those. So what was $60 for audio is $54. What is $120 for audio, video live streams is $108. More info at patreon.com/Eric Zane. When you want to say hello or send me a nasty email with your fake email account, head over to the Shoreliners Striping inbox. Send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. That's eric@ericzaneshow.com. Okay. So I'm going to kick you folks out that are on Facebook and YouTube. But again, follow me on Twitch